Hello and welcome to your favorite travel show, and that is Tourismus. I'm your host, Glenora Shipura, and I do hope that you have packed your bags for yet another adventure on this week's edition of Tourismus. We, of course, start out with the latest news in the industry before swinging over to destinations that you must visit. And then we round up the show with a topic that's trending in Namibia or beyond Namibian borders in terms of travel-related content. We will be right back on the other side of this. Starting us off in our topics, Namibia's growing global appeal is set to receive another major boost as Edelweiss Air introduces a twice-weekly non-stop service between Zurich and Windhoek from the 1st of June 2026. The new route, operated by Swiss leisure airline based at Zurich Airport, marks a significant step in strengthening Namibia's direct air connectivity with Europe, its largest tourism market. While the announcement may appear to be a routine scheduling update, tourism industry leaders say it represents something far more meaningful. According to Marike van Lille, managing director of O&L Leisure, the development signals Namibia's rising status as a destination worthy of direct long-haul access. She noted that the expanding map of non-stop routes into Windhoek reflects a broader shift in global travel patterns, with Namibia increasingly recognized for its unique landscapes, conservation-driven tourism, and high-end experiences. The implications, she added, extend well beyond convenience for travelers. Tourism remains a key pillar of Namibia's economy, with revenue projected to exceed $3.5 billion in 2026. European visitors continue to dominate international arrivals, and recent data from February 2026 shows they account for the largest share of tourists entering the country. Key source markets such as Germany, Switzerland, and Austria collectively contribute more than 35% of all foreign arrivals at certain times of the year. The introduction of the Zurich-Windhoek route is therefore strategically aligned with demand, offering improved accessibility for high-value European travelers seeking long-haul, nature-based destinations. As Namibia's air access continues to expand, the opportunity for growth in the tourism sector becomes increasingly clear. With strong international recognition and a steadily improving route network, the country is well positioned to capitalize on global travel trends. Moving on to our next topic, a dispute over new access regulations to Sossusvlei and Deadvlei has escalated, with the Tourism Ministry rejecting claims that it has altered the terms of a 2024 concession agreement. Responding to concerns raised by the Tour and Safari Association of Namibia, TASA, the ministry confirmed that the contract awarded in February 2024 remains unchanged and non-exclusive. Ministry spokesperson Velho Hangula emphasized that no amendments or conversions were made after the initial award, directly countering stakeholder concerns about a shift in access rights. At the center of the dispute are new regulations scheduled to take effect on the 1st of May. The rules prohibit self-drive access beyond the 2x4 parking area at Sossusvlei, meaning visitors will be required to use authorized shuttle services to reach Deadvlei. According to the ministry, only 2 categories of operators will be permitted to provide these shuttle services: Grow Namibia, trading as About Deadvlei Sossusvlei Management, and registered tour guides employed by lodges operating within and around the Namib-Noordhof National Park. Despite concerns that the arrangement may create exclusivity, the ministry maintains that the concession remains non-exclusive. It further clarified that lodges inside and around the park will continue transporting their own guests in 4x4 vehicles up to the Deadvlei parking area, consistent with the original agreement. Hangula added that the new measures align with the signed contract and will now be fully implemented. However, TASA has strongly disputed the ministry's interpretation, arguing that the regulations effectively introduce an exclusive shuttle system. The association said the original tender distinguished between exclusive and non-exclusive services, with exclusivity limited to campsite and kiosk operations, while shuttle access was intended to remain open. TASA further pointed to earlier ministry assurances that self-drive visitors and tour operators would retain access under existing arrangements, warning that the new rules depart from both the tender framework and previous commitments. Namibia is significantly advancing its tourism and gaming sectors through a combination of digital transformation, regulatory reform, and long-term strategic planning. Tourism Minister Indeleni Daniels said a total of $26.8 million has been allocated to the digital transformation of the tourism and gaming industry, marking one of the most significant investments in modernizing sector governance in recent years. The funding will be used to digitalize key systems, including the Tourism Information Management System and the Gambling Central Monitoring System. These platforms are expected to improve data collection, enhance revenue tracking, and strengthen regulatory oversight across both industries. Daniel said that the Gambling Board of Namibia has reported robust financial performance, generating more than $49.5 million Namibian in 2025. In addition to revenue growth, the sector has expanded its regulatory footprint, with 134 licenses issued since the board's establishment, reflecting increased formalization and compliance within the gaming industry. She said the Lotteries Board of Namibia also recorded $189,200 Namibian in revenue for the 2025-2026 financial year. According to her, once the National State Lottery is fully established, the board is projected to contribute approximately $100 million Namibian to the Social Development Trust Fund within its first year of operation, positioning it as a potentially significant driver of social investment funding. All right, that concludes our topics. On the other side of these, we take a look at destinations that you must visit. First up on our itinerary, we are at the Torgos Lodge. Torgos Lodge is located on the western border of Namibia, adjoining the Kalahari Transfrontier Park. The lodge is alongside the C-15 route, 5 kilometers from the Mata border post. Carly Abrantes, the executive director of Enjoy Travel Namibia, chats with the owner, Melanie Kotze. Let's have a look.
Hi everyone and welcome back. Today I'm joined by the owner of Torgos Lodge, Melanie Kotze. Torgos is located in southern Namibia, 6 kilometers from the Mata border and just outside of the Kalahari Transfrontier National Park. Melanie, thank you so much for making some time for us.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'll be glad to have you here.
Could you please give our viewers a little bit of a history about Torgos Lodge and tell us what you guys offer here?
Okay, we are about 24 years now in the business here, and yeah, we offer, we have 6 stone chalets, 4 tented chalets, and then we have 2 luxury campsites. Yeah, we have activities here. We have Sundowner Drive, Sunrise Drive. We offer snacks and drinks, and yeah, then we also have stargazing on the dune, and yeah.
I think you guys, somewhere I saw inside that you guys also do nature walks, is that correct?
That's right, yes. We have food trails laid out throughout the lodge. Yeah.
And the people that are walking the trails, can they see some of the game on the farm?
Yes, yeah.
Great.
Yeah, the games are roaming free between the chalets and the campsites. And
Okay,
Yeah,
great.
so-
So for those of you that aren't as lucky as I am to be here, we were spoiled with a game drive earlier, and I can truly say that the game drive in and of itself at Torgos Lodge is really, really very special. They spoil you with a different take on a sundowner drink, which is really wonderful. We got to see giraffes, we saw sable, we saw blue wildebeests. We did see the 2 types of vultures they have here, because I do believe the name Torgos, in Greek, it means specifically the leopard-faced vulture,
yes.
correct?
Yeah.
Yes. So they've got the leopard-faced vulture here, but they've also got the white-backed one here. And yeah, it's an absolutely beautiful place to be. Quickly tell me, Milani, seeing as the national park is so close to you guys, do you guys visit that often? Because I do believe that people no longer need to stay on that side for 2 days. Day visitors, they can go in this morning and come out this evening again.
Yes, yeah, most of our guests go in as day visitors.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want to go through the park and enter or exit at another border post, then you have to sleep 2 nights.
Okay, but if they're coming in by Marta and they're coming out by Marta,
yes.
they can do it on the same day.
That's right, yes.
Okay, well, that's very, very good news for a lot of people that would, everything that they couldn't see here, I mean, cat-wise, they can see in the park.
Yes, yeah,
Perfect.
that's right. Or you can, if you sleep here, and you can sleep one evening in the park and then
come back
out.
to Torgos. Yes, because this is
this
absolutely
fine.
stunning. I mean, the chefs here spoil you. You guys have spoiled us. So definitely the gateway to the park, but also your next getaway on a weekend. Then we will see you guys soon.
Next up on our destinations, we are right here in the capital city at Soweto Market. You can experience the vibrant heart of Katutura at Soweto Market, a bustling hub for authentic Namibian street food, local crafts, and community life. Let's have a look.
In the heart of Katutura, just outside central Windhoek, lies a place where everyday life unfolds through trade, conversation, and survival. Soweto Market. This is not your typical shopping space. Here, vendors sell everything from fresh produce and clothing to second-hand electronics, often at prices locals can afford. For many traders, this market is more than a place of business. It's their main source of income. This is how we survive. Every day we come here to sell, even if business is slow. This is what you hear from these vendors. Shoppers say they come for one main reason, that is value. You can find things cheaper here, especially second-hand items, sometimes even better quality. But beyond buying and selling, Soweto Market is a social space, meeting a point where conversations flow as easily as business. Still, traders face daily challenges, limited space, competition, unpredictable income, yet they continue to show up, driven by the need to earn and provide. In a city that is constantly growing, Soweto Market remains a reminder of the informal economy that keeps many households going, from Katutura, from every vendor seen, as they said, is their main source of income. Where every dollar goes from hand to hand, where every dollar counts, and where every dollar matters, from each vendor and to every customer. From Katutura, I'm Philip Joseph for Tourismus.
Rounding us off, we are at Lake Grappa. Discover the comfort and flexibility of self-catering accommodation at Lake Grappa Guest Farm, where modern convenience meets the warm hospitality of the Northern Cape near Kakamas. Surina Visser tells us more.
I'm Surina Visser from Lake Grappa, and I'm here to tell you a little bit more about Lake Grappa. Lake Grappa was built for Gerrit San Gier, which was an international and South African skier. They used to ski in the river, but then they started getting a problem, and Gerrit built the dam for him to practice on. There was a few international and national championships held here as well. After that, around the dam developed Lake Grappa, the accommodation, the bar, and the venue, and the restaurant. Accommodation consists of rooms, luxury rooms, family rooms. We've got standard rooms, and then we've got two-bedroom chalets and two one-bedroom chalets. We've got a restaurant with a la carte menu, and we've got a bar, which anyone can visit. And then we've got a venue where we cater for weddings, we cater for gatherings like corporate functions, we do birthdays, we do kitchen teas and baby showers and kiddies parties. We've got a lovely play area for the kids. And we've got camping for those who like to camp, and then you can also fish in the lake. We've got a lot of fish in the lake. Why should you come here? The tranquility, recharge your soul, to rest, and just to have peace of mind in a quiet, beautiful surroundings. Thank you.
All right, that concludes our destinations. Do let us know on our social media pages what you guys make of these destinations. If you have visited or are planning to visit, please do engage with us. On the other side of this, we take a look at what's happening in our To The Point segment. The Walvis Bay landfill site remains a long-standing source of tension for residents. At the dump site, survival and danger go hand in hand as people scramble for opportunities among arriving trucks. While some have adapted to life among the waste, growing frustration over hazardous conditions continue to raise concern. The Environment Ministry, under which the site falls, proclaimed its stance on the matter. Let's have a look.
The Walvis Bay landfill site, a long-standing bone of contention for residents. A tense and fast-moving scene greets you at the entrance to the dump site. Men, their faces covered with balaclavas, run after trucks and bakkies as they arrive carrying loads of rubbish. Each vehicle brings both opportunity and risk. Just last year, that risk turned fatal when a 25-year-old man died after attempting to jump onto a moving truck. He fell and was declared dead at the scene. Moving further inside, the landscape shifts. Scattered waste stretches across the area. Plastic, paper, and other materials lie strewn in piles. Between the heaps of rubbish, shacks have been erected. About 1,000 people now live here. For some, life at the dump site has become routine. When asked how she finds living there, one resident simply replied, "Just fine." However, despite being seen as a home and as a source of income, frustration is growing. A recurring concern is thick black smoke clouding the area rising from the site. The culprits, residents burning tires. Currently, there are two groups at the Walvis Bay landfill site. One, the residents, and two, those who arrive early in the morning to collect waste as a source of income.
They take out they stolen our things. But you budget your things today. We are going to pay electricity. We are going to pay your food, your kids' food. But when you come in here, the things is already stolen.
She only works here.
Yeah, she only works here. And then leave whatever she has collected for the next day to arrange for transport. And then when she comes, then they have taken it. No, so they feel they should leave the dump site.
What are you collecting? What are you collecting?
Those bottles and Doha, cans and those things.
But if you collect them, so if you sell them for, how much do you sell them for? How much can you get out of it?
Yeah, it depends. You work, sometimes we get to 2,000 or 3,000, something like that.
In a month, you make how much?
End of the month,
Yes.
you have 2,000 to go.
If your stuff are not stolen.
The Walvis Bay municipality says its hands are tied as the site falls under the jurisdiction of the Ministry of Environment, Forestry and Tourism, which has since stated its position on the matter.
We just want to give a response on Ministry's view or position regarding the waste management in Walvis Bay, specifically the management of landfill site in Walvis Bay, and also to talk about the burning of tires, which have irritated a lot of people, especially the citizens of Walvis Bay. The ministry is really concerned and troubled by this development, as many other people in Walvis Bay. And we have been engaging municipality for some time now to see how we can resolve this issue. But maybe just to give a bit of a background, we are together with the city or municipality of Walvis Bay to see how we can address these unfortunate circumstances of where we are to end up with a landfill that now is unmanageable or an issue that cannot be managed by local authority. Yes, we understand that part of the problem has been because the land where problems are being experienced are outside the local authority jurisdiction. It's within the Dorob National Park, but the municipality has been utilizing this land for some time now, managing the landfill, which has been part of the Dorob National Park. We have communicated to municipality that as a ministry and as a government, of course we are all together. This is a local government, but the central government, by extension represented by the municipality, we need to see how we resolve this one. Now, when it comes to land issue, we have already communicated to municipality that ministry have no problem to give this land to municipality, and we have already started the process of degazetting that part of the park for it to fully be given and be managed by the municipality, so that they can take whatever actions are necessary to address this situation, including maybe to evacuate and remove people who are now residing there, which is again a very unfortunate situation. We have also given already municipality a compliance order to do what needs to be done to address this situation, because it's a non-attainable situation. It cannot continue as it is, and I just hope that in a few weeks to come we will sort this issue out, including giving that land to municipality so that appropriate actions can be implemented by the municipality to address this situation, including the removing people who are residing there, and also including illegal activities of burning tires, which can be very, very harmful to the people and to the residents of that town. So unfortunately, we cannot have this situation continuing, and that's why I said urgent actions need to be taken from legal point of view, from us giving that land to municipality, But if worse come to worse, even before those situations are resolved, the minister can also consider to even close off the use of that area totally, so that we can see what other solutions available to be used for the municipality to address this situation. So that's where we are, but we need to work together as a ministry, as a central government, as a regional council where municipality is, and with a local authority. Together we need to really and urgently address this situation. So that is where we are, and we are working around the clock and together with all the parties to make sure this is addressed as quickly as possible. Thank you.
And with that, we've come to the end of the broadcast. Thank you for joining your favorite travel show, that is Tourismus. To catch us next week, same time, same place. From me, Glenn Rashipura. Until next time.